Hey, what's up, good life? Thanks for joining me for today's 128 moment. This Sunday is Valentine's Day, and I think you should resist it. Now, before any of you get mad or you write me a strongly worded email, please stick around for a few minutes just to find out what I mean. This Sunday is Valentine's Day, and between now and then, Americans are going to spend a small fortune trying to express our love. We're going to spend $19.7 billion on 198 million roses, 180 million greeting cards, and who knows how many pieces of chocolate. But let's be honest, most Valentine's Day cards, they stink. It's way too much money for a little card stock and bad writing. But the cost of Valentine's Day, it's not the reason that I think you should resist Valentine's Day. What I believe you should resist is the idea behind Valentine's Day. What I think you should resist is that I believe that what you should resist is the idea that you need to save up your expressions of love for one day out of the year. If love is as important as I think it is, we shouldn't be in the habit of saving it up. To that end, I want to share two things with you today that just might convince you to resist this flawed idea. The first one is this. Don't wait until Valentine's Day to make love a priority. On the night before Jesus died, Jesus gave a new command to his disciples. As they walked from the upper room where they'd had the Last Supper to the Garden of Eden where Jesus was going to pray and he was going to be betrayed, Jesus told his disciples in John chapter 13, he said this, "A new command I give to you, that you love one another just as I have loved you. You are also to love one another." Now, I don't think our compliance with Christ's command was meant to be measured simply by roses and chocolate and greeting cards. There's nothing wrong with those things. In fact, I encourage you to give those things, but don't wait until Valentine's Day to make love a priority. Because how we love others says everything about how we see Jesus. In the very next verse, Jesus said, by how you love, all people will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. Jesus is saying, the world will know you love me by the way you love one another. So if our expressions of love for those who are closest to us are limited to the days when the greeting card companies remind us to love, then we're not only failing our loved ones, we're falling short of Christ's command. According to Jesus, how we love one another is a gospel issue. So first, let's resist the idea of Valentine's Day by making loving others as Christ has loved us. Let's make that our focus of every day. Second thing is this. Love is not given until love is received. Man, I gotta tell you, if we figured this truth out, it would revolutionize our families, it'd revolutionize our marriages, it would even revolutionize our churches. Here's why this truth is so important. Imagine if somebody cooked you their favorite dish for your birthday. Would you feel celebrated? Imagine if your kids, just imagine if they got you their favorite toy for Christmas. Would you feel honored? Imagine if your spouse expressed their love language, the way they receive loved, the means by which they feel loved. In that moment, is it guaranteed that you would feel loved? These are examples of moments when you probably not necessarily feel celebrated, honored, or loved. That's because love is not given until love is received. The love is only received by our loved ones when it's spoken in their love language. So what do I mean by love language? Well, a love language describes how someone receives love from others. The people in their life may do any number of things for them, but every act doesn't register in their heart as love. They only hear and receive love when their love language is spoken. The love languages there's 5 of them. There's words of affirmation, which is saying encouraging and supportive things to your loved one. There's acts of service, doing helpful things, especially doing helpful things without being asked to do them. There's receiving gifts. This isn't just about materialism. It's giving them a meaningful and a thoughtful gift. It makes them feel loved. It makes them feel appreciated. Another one is quality time. This is all about intentionally having your undivided attention. That's when they feel loved. And the last one is physical touch. For this love language, nothing is more impactful to their hearts than physical touch. And they're going to feel unloved without it. So let me ask you, do you know your loved one's love language? And do you regularly speak your loved one's love language? Now, I know what your response might be. Oh, wait, Kel, what if I don't feel loved? What if the people in my life don't speak my love language? Well, here's the thing. With as much compassion as I can communicate, I'm not talking to them today, though. I'm talking to you. So let's just stipulate that everyone in your life is not perfect, and they don't always or maybe even ever express perfect love perfectly. But it's never wise for us to have our first reaction to the commands of Jesus to be, well, I sure hope so-and-so heard that. You know, when it comes to the commands of Jesus Christ, we always need to start with the person in the mirror. So this Sunday is Valentine's Day, and please make sure you don't forget it. And don't you dare ignore it and say the pastor told you to. No, what I want you to do is to take the opportunity this Sunday to love as Christ has loved you. Take the opportunity to love your loved ones in a way where it'll register in their heart. But resist the mindset that you need to wait until Sunday, that you need to wait until Valentine's Day to love others as Christ has loved you. Take every opportunity every day to express love in the way it will be received. To love people in your life selflessly, sacrificially, and unconditionally, just as Christ has loved you. And please, don't wait until you feel loved to express love. Let the love of Christ in your home, in your family, in your community, and in our church, let it start with you. I love you guys and I miss you guys. Hope you'll be able to join us 9:30 and 11 here at the church, online at 11. We'll be continuing our ongoing mission sermon series, walking through the second half of the book of Acts. I'm pumped to share what the Lord has for us this Sunday, and we'll see you then.